Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Dayspring Discussions. I'm your host Sean McGahee, and this is a show where we talk about movies, TV, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books. If you geek out about it, we're going to talk about it. You can listen to Dayspring Discussions on iTunes, YouTube, Podomatic, Patreon, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, wherever, guys. While you're there, go ahead and like, rate, review, subscribe, then head on over to the Facebook group and Twitter account and join in the discussions. Don't forget dayspringdiscussions@gmail.com if you have a question or subject you'd like to bring up. And you can find me personally, Slim Dayspring 12 on Twitter and Instagram. Well, hello everyone. It is a sunny day here in Austin, Texas. Filled up the inflatable pools finally. First time this year, actually. It is, I believe, 85 out right now. So it's getting there, of course, trying to make the most of this social distancing thing. My daughter and I, of course, were out earlier riding her new bicycle. She just learned to ride a bike without training wheels. And I, on my rollerblades, am having a hard time keeping up. I gotta say, I'm exhausted. So maybe she'll give me a break at least a little bit and maybe go swimming, jump on a trampoline, do something to let me, relax for a day or so. But, of course, in Hollywood, there's never any relaxing time. Even though things aren't in production, stories are always being told. Now, not a lot of news comes out because a lot of television and film production has been halted at this time. But really what the story's going on is about how all this pausing is affecting release schedules. Everything keeps getting pushed back. Movie theaters are saying they might not release stuff now or reopen the theaters till mid-July. So, films that were supposed to come out are getting pushed back, and then that's going to push back other films. So today, according to THR, Warner Brothers is pushing back some of their DC-based properties. So according to this story, it looks like The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, starring Robert Pattinson in the main role, is going to come out now, October 1st, 2021, when it was set to come out June 25th, 2021. Shazam 2, originally scheduled for April 1st, 2022, now pushed to November 4th, 2022. And The Flash with Ezra Miller actually moved up a little bit. It was set to come out July 1st, 2022, now coming out June 3rd, 2022. And like I said, that's according to The Hollywood Reporter. So Warner Brothers kind of mixing it up a little bit with their DC properties, and it's no surprise. They had to push their other stuff back, like Wonder Woman 84. So, of course, they're pushing other stuff back. So, if you look at it right now, when it comes to the DC properties, you do have Wonder Woman 1984 still set to come out August 14th of this year. Then we are going to get August 6th, 2021, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Now, that one has finished filming, so they're in post-production on that. James Gunn, I think, said that the whole Hollywood shutdown hasn't affected, which makes sense because if a film is done producing or has been shot already, it comes down to post-production, and you only need a couple of people in the editing room at a time, like the editor, the director, assistant director, producer, stuff like that. It's definitely still social distancing. As long as the place is wiped down clean, a few people can come together, sit in a room, and help edit a movie. So I can see why that one hasn't moved. Batman, I think they're 25% done with production is what they said, to where I can see they still need a lot to film on that. So that's why that one has been halted. Set to come in October, just a couple of months, not a big deal. October, I think, is going to be a good spot for it too. Not a lot of competition. If it has a very much a creepy, goth vibe to it, no pun intended, I think it'll do very well on October 1st. Now, the one film that wasn't mentioned, I think these three were the ones that were moved, but another one in regards to Black Adam with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he's still set to come out with his film December 22nd, 2021. So that'll be the end of next year, and that's going to be before we see Shazam 2, which still, was going to come out in April. Now it's, closer to almost a year later after Black Adam. Now, we know from the Shazam film there is going to be a correlation, of course, between those two. How it's all going to fit together, we still don't know yet, but I'm excited to see it. The Flash with Ezra Miller is kind of the big question mark for me. They moved it up a month, but with recent controversies with Ezra Miller, I'm still very skeptical of whether this film is going to come out. It's still more than 2 years to go before it's set to hit theaters. Production hasn't started on it. This film has been in development hell for years. It's gone through several directors, several writers. The only constant is Ezra Miller's still in there, but given kind of the turmoil that I've heard about this film and kind of Miller's attitude towards it as well, I honestly, I still don't believe this film's getting made. I honestly still do not believe that the Flash film with Ezra Miller is going to get made at all. And that's just kind of my opinion about that. Aquaman 2 set to come out December 18th, 2022. Great date for that. Now, I wish it was a little sooner, though. Usually when it comes to sequels, you want to hit kind of about that 3-year gap where your original film still has some buzz to it. And Aquaman definitely got a buzz. Hit $1 billion, was a huge success. The first film in the DC extended universe that actually hit $1 billion. Not Justice League, not Batman v Superman. Aquaman, the character that everyone made fun of for decades, was the first $1 billion film. Now, of course, I have reservations about the film and Jason Momoa's portrayal of the character, but you know what? It's Aquaman. I'm an Aquaman guy, so I'm going to support it no matter how I feel about Momoa. So that's the slate coming out from DC, how they shifted things around with Batman and Flash and Shazam. We got a packed one still, though. You know, I don't see anything really leaving except for Flash. Now, how this whole COVID-19 thing pans out, we'll have to wait and see what else gets pushed back. But the future looks bright for the DC films coming up, especially given the sordid past we've had the last couple of years. I'm excited for Wonder Woman, directed by Patty Jenkins. Suicide Squad, I'm excited for that with James Gunn. Robert Pattinson as Batman. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people, much like how Ben Affleck surprised a lot of people in his portrayal of Batman. Shazam, I wasn't a huge fan of, but I love me Zachary Levi. I love him as an actor and as a person, so I'm happy for his success, even though I'm not a big Shazam guy, of course. I'm interested to see a sequel and see how they tie that into Black Adam. And then, like I said, Aquaman, I'm an Aquaman guy, so we'll see what they do with the sequel, even if, not a huge fan of Jason Momoa. Yeah, there you have it, guys. They've shifted around a little bit, but we've still got some good stuff coming as far as DC properties with Warner Brothers. What do you think about the shifts? Do you think the dates are good? Do you think it's a good spot for them? Do you think they should have left them? Maybe they'll shift again. Let me know, guys. Fire back on the social media groups and Gmail account. And that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time, may the force be with us all.